Good morning, y'all. Tag along. We are going to take a swing at changing the rear diff fluid gear oil on my 2004 Sport Trac. She's got about 207,000 miles on her. Don't know if the rear diff has ever been serviced, so we're going to give it a crack. Pretty much got everything I need to get it done. We're also going to put a new cover on it. Pulled this one from a junkyard for like $8. Painted it a few days ago. We're gonna see if it looks pretty cool or not. If we mess it up, then we got the original to mess around with. But everything I need is pretty much laid out. We're gonna kind of do it in sequencing, but step one, we're gonna jack the car up a little bit. Get it on some jack stands, and then we're gonna spray a little PB blaster on the fill port because we want to make sure that we can crack that loose before we do anything else. So yep, that's where we're at. All right, we are supported on jack stands. Got some secondary ones in the back on the frame. Not that we need them, but I have them, so why the hell not? But we're going to go ahead and PB blast the fill plug, let it sit for a little bit, and then we're going to make sure that we can get that fill plug out before we proceed. Very important step. Alright, again on these 8.8s, there's that fill plug, so we're going to spray a little PB blaster on it. Let it sit for a while. Got it draining in my little catch pan here. And we'll come back out here in a little bit. Alright, 3/8 drive. I've got a little extension. I've already broken her loose a wee bit. But we can indeed fill her up. So I'm not going to take it all the way out. We're going to go ahead and start taking the bolts off the cover so we can let it drain. Alright, as far as the cover goes, 10 13 millimeter bolts. We are gonna take them all out, but we're gonna leave the top one, and then we might need a flathead screwdriver to kind of pry it off of the housing, but then we'll let it drain, which is why we keep that top one in. That way it all just doesn't come out all over the place. But collection pan, shitty shop towel for splashage. All right, let's see if we can catch the breakage of the seal, if you will, on camera. 9 bolts out. Undid the top one just a tad. Also, if you know, you know the smell that we're about to smell together. And if you say you like the smell of used gear oil, you're either psychotic or a liar, and I'll stand by that. Oh shit. Couldn't get it with one hand. We tried. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. So bad. Trying to, there we go. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna let that drain. Gross. Alright, there's inside your rear differential. Gross. Next up, clean the surface area, surface mating area of the housing. Now, I don't have to do the cover because I have a cover that I've prepped already and painted. It is clean, but you would also clean the mating surface of the cover as well. And then I'm gonna clear all the gunk out with some brake clean. All right, she's been cleaned out, not with that. And then we have cleaned the mating surface. I felt around it, no rises, no bumps, no old gasket maker, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. We're gonna let it sit for a second, and then we're gonna get ready to create the new gasket and go from there. All right, here's my painted one that I pulled from a junkyard. Kind of metal prepped it. Put a few coats of primer, black paint. high temp kind just in case, because differentials do heat up. I don't know if it'll matter, but why not? I am choosing to go with this as my gasket maker. So we'll make a bead around, apply it, and then we will follow the directions, which is to hand tighten, let it sit for an hour, and then torque to spec. While we wait, let's go ahead and set up our torque wrench. So for rear differential, 28 to 38 foot-pounds. Foot-pounds unless otherwise indicated. So 28 to 38 foot-pounds for rear cover. Alrighty, Permatex went on good. Haynes manual says to put a thin film of the gasket maker on the differential cover and then draw your bead, which is what I ended up doing. 10 bolts on, hand tighten in the crossing pattern. Now we're going to wait 60 minutes for that gasket maker to cure up a little bit, and then we'll add the new gear oil. Alright, gasket maker has set for about an hour. It's time to torque. We will be following that pattern. I have my lovely daughter who is going to help make sure that I follow this pattern. Alright, which one?
On
Point.
the right side, right next to one.
Which one's that? You gotta point to it.
5.
Ah, okay, that one right there. Nice. Alrighty, time to fill. We're going with 75/90 synthetic. Calls for 5.5 to 5.8 pints, which is just under 3 quarts. Yeah. Alright, fluid's in. We're gonna go ahead and torque this to spec. Click, click. Click, click. All done. Alright, just got done test driving her, drove around town. No leaks, everything felt good. Sweet. Thanks for watching.